Ravens. The Ravens were planning to select Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round with the 141st overall selection. But when he found out, he got word back to the Ravens that he preferred not to go to a place where he would be competing and backing up Lamar Jackson. He wanted to be in a place that he could play. And so when the Ravens got that message, they pivoted, went a different direction with the 141st overall selection. And 3 picks later, the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders, who will be in Baltimore today, where he could have been spending his NFL career if he were willing to back up Lamar Jackson.
Nothing. It's not nothing. And it's not 0% that they're worth. And every time we show him, he's at least in line with everybody. And so I just think I want to see him. Yeah. And the fact that whatever those training camp stats are worth, and maybe it's
always done that here.
Really?
Like here, we've always done that with 7-on-7 as well as team. We've always kept track because I wanted the quarterbacks to always see where they were. Because I never wanted the quarterback with, Coach, you not give me the rep. Son, you're throwing for 30% complete.
Deion Sanders finally broke his silence about his son, Shedeur Sanders. And when he spoke, he didn't hold back. During a raw, emotional moment at training camp, Coach Prime opened up about his son's mindset, his grind, and the unbelievable progress he's made. Every word felt like a message to the doubters, and he made sure they heard it loud and clear. Coach Prime flat out said that all that talk about Shedeur being unprepared was pure nonsense. Lies from people who have no clue what real work looks like. Deion spoke with that proud father of fire blazing in his eyes, revealing something most folks didn't even know. Shedeur actually told him not to show up to his workouts, and it wasn't out of pride, it was hunger. He didn't want a safety net or special treatment. No cameras, no spotlight, no handouts, just pure grind. Deion said, he's a fighter.
We have been through so much as a family, as athletes, that he is prepared for everything. The only thing that really hurt me, when they started the line and saying he wasn't prepared or he was this or he came in with headphones on. I know my sheep. I know my son. I know what I raised. I know better than that. Shedeur ain't never did nothing stupid like that. You know what he said? Let me do my time in private. I'm doing my time right now.
Man.
I got this. He said, when you come, hey, it's going to be all kind of bull junk. I said, you know what? I got you.
Right.
Got you. So we directed the flight and we came.
His voice hit with that old school tone that built legends. Every drill, every rep, every snap meant something to Shedeur. He wasn't waiting for doors to open. He was out there breaking them down. That's who he is, built different. And after weeks of battling through setbacks and silence from the critics, his moment is finally here. Deion couldn't hide his excitement. This wasn't just a father bragging about his son, it was a coach recognizing a young quarterback who refused to fold when the pressure got heavy. He said the preseason isn't just another game for Shedeur. It's the turning point in his career. No more sitting on the sidelines, no more development phase, no more holding back his talent. It's go time. Coach Prime said it best. He's not out here for hype, he's out here for history. The preseason is Shedeur's statement to the world.
Recently to Shedeur Sanders, Deion Sanders' son, goes viral, but not for football, but for how he structured his contract. He had an equity clause in his deal with Gatorade. That clause basically said, I'm not just here as a name or a body. I want part of what's being built off of me. I want ownership in the outcome. So that clause essentially just preserved his interest. And he didn't walk away with just a one-time check. He walked away with his corrected status in the contract, and he claimed his equity.
His chance to step into the light, command the field, and show that what he did in college wasn't hype. It was groundwork for greatness. Deion said, this is where Shedeur reminds everyone who he really is, not just a quarterback, but a mentality monster. Deion's message hit like a pregame speech before a championship. Powerful, direct, and dripping with belief. He made it clear there were no handouts in the Sanders household. No favoritism, no special passes. Everything had to be earned. When Shedeur played under him, Deion wasn't the cheering dad clapping from the sideline.
He has found himself with Kenny Pickett, who is not an NFL quarterback. Flatly not an NFL quarterback. We have seen it every chance he's had, every opportunity he's had.
He was the coach, and a tough one. When Shedeur's accuracy dipped or his energy wasn't matching the standard, Deion didn't sugarcoat it. He yanked him out instantly. No pity reps, no just because you're my son moments. Every snap had to be earned the hard way. Deion said, we've always done it like that. He told the story of days when Shedeur sat on the bench, frustrated, grinding through the disappointment, and how that pain molded him. Deion wasn't breaking his son down. He was building him up with purpose. Tough love, he said, that's what makes real players. That same fire-forged discipline turned Shedeur into the calm, unshakable competitor he is now. Every setback became a lesson. Every benching built backbone. And now that discipline is what separates him from every other young QB trying to make it. Finally, Deion pulled back the curtain on his whole philosophy as both a father and a coach. For him, it's never been about forcing his sons to be the best. It's about teaching them how to become the best on their own terms. No shortcuts, no easy routes, just sweat, focus, and heart.
Of the non-starting quarterback in the NFL. He is that boy. He is that man. And with a lot, we're in week 2 of the NFL season.
For Deion Sanders, it's never been about forcing perfection. It's about teaching his sons to give their best every single day. Effort over ego, discipline over comfort, growth over excuses. That's the prime blueprint. Every drill, every film session, every long night grinding was a lesson. You're at your best when you give your best. That's what separates the talkers from the doers. And Deion didn't shy away from the toughest topic of all, the boundary between dad and coach. From day one, he told Shedeur Sanders straight up, once we hit that field, there's no family card to play. Out there's no dad, only Coach Prime. The line wasn't blurry, it was bold and crystal clear. He made sure Shedeur knew he'd be treated like everyone else, maybe even tougher, because greatness doesn't come from comfort, it comes from being tested. And Shedeur passed every test thrown at him with grit and focus. No shortcuts, no soft landings, just that relentless grind and the same expectations every other player faced. That separation between father and coach wasn't about favoritism. It was about real-world preparation. Deion wanted Shedeur to understand that in life, respect isn't handed out.
They know they had to be, my deal with my kids, you don't have to be the best, but you got to give me your best.
That's all.
And I know your best. I know your best.
It's earned every single day. And now those lessons are paying off big time because Deion's words aren't just proud dad talk anymore. They're being echoed across the NFL. Momentum around Shedeur Sanders is catching fire. Fast. Analysts, insiders, and even former players are all starting to say the same thing. He's ready. Put him in. The buzz is too loud to ignore. One of the loudest voices leading that charge? Nick Wright. The man didn't sugarcoat a single thing. He said straight up, Shedeur Sanders deserves to be the starter. And he wasn't talking hype. He was talking facts. Wright broke it down with cold logic that hit hard.
Game start because
Next Friday, I'm going where everybody locked in, baby.
You can do what you want, but you're gonna have to let him play in preseason. He gonna have to play, and I know he gonna get the ball down the field.
Shedeur is competing with names like Kenny Pickett, Dillon Gabriel, and Joe Flacco. But according to Wright, it's not even close. He said Pickett's had multiple chances to prove he's the guy, and he just hasn't done it. Pickett isn't the answer, Wright declared, and it hit like a truth bomb across the NFL world. Then came the comparison that really got people talking. Wright said Shedeur might be new, but he already looks more polished, more prepared, and more composed than some of these so-called veterans. His poise, his footwork, his calm in the pocket, it's all screaming NFL ready. And when the topic turned to Joe Flacco, Wright didn't pull a single punch. Despite Flacco's Super Bowl ring and old-school veteran status, Wright basically said it. That era is over. The league has evolved, and Shedeur fits the new wave of the leadership perfectly. Fast, focused, and fearless. It's wild when you think about it. Just a few months ago, people were doubting Shedeur, calling him a college system QB. And now top analysts are begging to see him start. The buzz isn't hype anymore. It's momentum. The message is loud and clear. Shedeur Sanders isn't next up. He's ready now. Nick Wright made sure there was no confusion. While Joe Flacco's experience might still mean something in a mentor role, there's absolutely no reason he should be starting over someone like Shedeur Sanders. Wright said it plain. Shedeur brings things that an aging vet just can't anymore. Energy, mobility, and upside. He's the spark that lights up a locker room, the kind of player who makes a fan base believe again.
Who, through no fault of his own, commits one of my cardinal sins of quarterbacking, which is he's tiny. And so, he's tiny.
You can't teach hunger, and Shedeur Sanders has it in every snap he takes. That's the kind of fire that turns heads fast and gets coaches whispering, this kid's different. Nick Wright didn't hold back when he shifted his focus to Dillon Gabriel. He gave credit where it was due. He praised Gabriel's mechanics, sharp football IQ, and flashes of solid potential. But then came the hard truth. Wright said when real Sunday pressure hits, Gabriel's size could become a serious limitation. Good tools, smart player, Wright said, but maybe not built for the grind. It wasn't hate, it was realism. And after laying it all out, Wright drove his main point home like a touchdown spike. Shedeur Sanders should be leading this team, not tomorrow, not next month, but right now. Wright said it's not just about stats, it's about presence. Shedeur doesn't just perform, he commands the field. Even if the numbers didn't pop off the screen, his leadership, composure, and preparation already put him ahead of the pack. That's what makes him different. He doesn't need flash to prove his worth. His consistency speaks for itself. And when the numbers did show up, things became undeniable. Wright broke down the training camp data. He said, look, stats don't always tell the full story, but patterns do. And the pattern around Shedeur? Consistency. Completion rate up, decision-making elite, accuracy sharp, efficiency climbing with every session. No flukes, no lucky throws, no one-hit wonders. Just cold, steady execution day after day. Wright said it best. In a league built on pressure, what separates backups from franchise leaders isn't flash, it's consistency. And right now, Shedeur Sanders is showing the kind of steady fire that franchises are built around. Deion Sanders made it crystal clear. His son is starving for this moment. Shedeur's not waiting for favors or charity. He's out there taking what he's earned. From the first day of camp, he sent a message. He's not there just to wear a jersey. He's there to make a statement. Every rep, every throw, every moment on that field has been attacked with laser focus and purpose. He's not leaning on the Sanders name. He's building his own legacy. Deion sees it every day, not just as a proud father, but as a coach, watching his quarterback turn sharper, tougher, and more locked in with each session. That hunger, that edge, that quiet confidence, it's what separates Shedeur from the rest of the room. Deion said he's watched his son block out the noise, tune out the critics, and let the work do the talking. And it's paying off. Shedeur's showing more consistency than some veterans out there. He's reading defenses like a seasoned pro, adjusting mid-play, and leading with a calmness that's rare for someone this young. Those small things, timing, decision-making, poise, that's what transforms a good player into a franchise cornerstone. The stats back him. The attitude backs him. The grind backs him. And Deion summed it up through both his actions and his words. Shedeur's not chasing a roster spot. He's chasing greatness. He's not satisfied with just proving he belongs. He's out to dominate. And judging by everything we've seen so far, Shedeur Sanders isn't slowing down one bit. His rise is real, his drive is relentless, and his moment is coming fast. Now, the only question left is, what do you think of Deion's approach? Tough love? Or the perfect formula for building a legend? Because one thing's for sure, the buzz around Shedeur Sanders has officially exploded. And it's not just hype anymore. Every major outlet, from ESPN to local Cleveland reporters, is covering his rise like it's the next big NFL story. This isn't just another camp standout story. This feels like the beginning of something real. Inside the Browns facility, the shift is happening in real time. Players who used to keep their distance are now giving Shedeur Sanders that quiet nod of respect, the kind you can't fake or talk your way into. You only earn it through performance, through putting work in when no one's watching. Even the defensive guys are saying it. He's forcing them to raise their game. He's sharper than most rookies I've seen, one insider whispered during drills, and that says a lot. What's wild is how Shedeur carries himself. No arrogance, no fake bravado, just that calm, surgical intensity that cuts through all the noise. He's got that quiet fire, the kind that doesn't need to shout to get attention. It just commands it. You can tell he was raised for this moment. Every time he steps on the field, it feels like he's rewriting his own story, proving that the name Sanders doesn't just belong in flashy highlight reels, but in serious quarterback conversations. Even Coach Kevin Stefanski, who was once hesitant to give him more reps, is starting to shift his tone. Word from inside the camp says Stefanski's been genuinely impressed with Shedeur's discipline and leadership during team huddles. That's no small compliment, especially from a coach known for being cautious to a fault. Now, the pressure's mounting. Stefanski's got a real decision to make, and the energy inside that locker room is making it impossible to ignore. You can feel it building. Something big is about to happen. Fans sense it too. Social media's on fire. Clips, commentary, and fan-made edits are everywhere, hyping up Shedeur's preseason debut. People are calling him the Calm Storm, and honestly, it fits perfectly. Because he's not out here making noise. He's making moves. It's starting to feel like the Browns might have just stumbled into a new era. The rise of Shedeur Sanders isn't luck. It's earned, it's deliberate, and it's only getting louder by the day. The whispers have turned into a roar. Shedeur has officially become the story of the Browns offseason. Reporters are camping out at practice just to catch a single throw. Fans are showing up early rocking custom QB1 shirts, chanting his name before drills even start. Even some of the team's longtime veterans are starting to look at Shedeur differently, not as the rookie anymore, but as the future. The intensity around him is electric. Every snap feels like a statement, a message that he's not here to compete. He's here to claim his spot. Players on the defensive side are talking about him like he's been in the league for years, saying he's making pre-snap reads like a vet, adjusting protections, calling audibles, and dropping passes that make the coordinators stop mid-sentence. That's not rookie behavior. That's leadership in motion. Insiders say you can see Deion's influence every time Shedeur steps on that field. He's composed, strategic, and refuses to let pressure break him. He's got that prime DNA, one staff member said. And they meant it. He's cool under fire, calm through the noise, and hungry for every challenge thrown his way. Meanwhile, Coach Stefanski's dilemma is getting tougher by the day. The quarterback competition between Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders isn't close anymore. Not even a little bit. It's leaning heavy in one direction, and at this point, the tape doesn't lie. Inside the Browns facility, you can feel the shift happening in real time. Every clean throw, every sharp read, every moment Shedeur Sanders commands the huddle. It's all pushing Coach Kevin Stefanski closer to a decision he can't dodge much longer. And while the coaches might still be debating, the fans? They've already made up their minds. Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, it's everywhere. Comment sections are flooded with posts like, "Start Shedeur now," and "We've seen enough. Give the kid the keys." It's rare for an entire fan base to rally behind a rookie this fast, but that's exactly what's happening in Cleveland right now. This isn't just hype, it's momentum. The Browns might be standing on the edge of something massive, and Shedeur Sanders is the one holding the match. The question now, will the coaching staff light the fire or let it burn out on the sideline? And that brings us back to Deion Sanders' tough love approach. What do you think of the way Coach Prime handles his son? Do you respect the fact that he draws that bold line between being a father and a coach, keeping family out of football the moment they step on the field? Because that's not easy, not for any parent, especially when the whole world's watching. And what about those moments when Deion held Shedeur accountable like any other player, even pulling him from drills when the performance wasn't up to standard? Some say that's exactly what the NFL needs more of. Real accountability. No favoritism, no excuses, just results. Others think it's too much pressure for a son-coach dynamic, but maybe that's the secret to what's making it work. It's that delicate balance between love and discipline, pride and professionalism. And Deion's mastered it like only Coach Prime can. At the end of the day, he's not just raising a quarterback. He's building a leader. Someone who knows what it takes to earn respect, not expect it. And honestly, that mindset could change everything for the Browns. This team's been chasing consistency for years, and now they've got a young quarterback built on accountability, composure, and heart. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Is Coach Prime's approach genius, or just too intense for family dynamics in football? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because this story, it's just getting started. And Shedeur Sanders might be the spark that finally sets Cleveland on fire.